Hey folks, how are you? KC here. Been a while since I get on here and did a video. We just had a storm here in the Northeast. Not much you can do outside, so I'm going to do a little video here on. This is a tree stand I use a good bit. This is a lone wolf climber. This is not the Assault. This is a hand climber. This is the model with the larger platform. I use this quite a bit. It's a real good like run and gun stand if you're going to move around a lot. I've had this stand probably for 4 years. I use it quite a bit. I love it. I can't say too much bad about it. I'll show you here. I mean, it's a very compact stand. That's what I like about it. I'll show you here with the tape measure. Now this is how I carry it. It's how they recommend you to carry it. But if you look and see here, I mean, that is, I'll try to get here so you can see it. At the widest point here, this is where the seat sticks out a little bit with the foam pad when you're holding it. And that should be right around 4 inches or so. I don't know if you can see it there, but that's all the thicker it is. And I carry it just like this. Now what I will do sometimes, you see these are sticking up, you can either pull this open here, you can pull open your cam holder, slide this down in. Sometimes though that's not even enough. What I will do, if I know I'm going to be in a brushy area or something like that, I will get this hooked in here. I will take a bungee, put it up like this, pull these down a little bit, and hook it like that, just so you don't have to worry about it. I mean, you can still catch these, because when I use this, I put it on my back this way. I know there are some guys that will carry their climbers like this. I just don't do it. I prefer to have my heavier section with the seat up on my shoulders in that area. And I'll actually show you here. I'll put this stand on so you can kind of see how it is on your back. There you can kind of see the profile, if you can see that in the camera, of how it is on my back, where it's kind of sitting. You can adjust your straps, of course, to sit it wherever you want, but that's where I use it. Now what I'll do here, I'm going to kind of adjust the camera and kind of show you how this is done up and how you get it apart. I mean, I lay it on the ground, just like this. You get the tree stand, put it on the ground. Okay, then what I do from there, you have it on the ground, you get to your tree, pull this, the bungee off, and then this also has a bungee with that is from Lone Wolf, a bungee with a hook in the middle. So there's your bungee you take off right there. I'll lay that down. These are your 2 straps that connect your seat to your platform once you're in the tree. You pull your seat off, and what you do, you flip it over like this, then you have to flip these, and then there you go. There's your platform. Then what I will do is I will take this platform, put it on the tree first. I'll take it, put it on the tree, get that on the tree, have that on the tree, and then move on to the rest. As far as the bottom, you got 2 knobs here, 1 on each side. You loosen the knob, You just grab a hold of those, you slide it up, they will lock into a small notch here in the stand. You tighten those up. Then of course you take this, pull your cam here. You just pull your cam, you'll put this around the tree, get this around, back in, get it set where you want, and you just kind of feel around. You'll feel this move to where you get it in the slot, and you lock it down. And this is the bar where you will put your feet under to do your climbing, or what I will do is lock my feet. I will get my feet over in here, and I use that, put my toes in there, and I will climb. I put them in there just like this whenever I'm going up the tree in the corner here. The one thing you will want to do, once you are up in the tree, you want to check these knobs. You want to give them a tighten, another tighten, just to make sure when you're up in the tree, sometimes they will loosen once you get up in the tree. Then I'll kind of show you here, when you're in the tree, I'm going to line this up, the jaws up, right there like that. That is roughly how much space you'll have if you're on the platform with your feet. You know, you'll have your legs against here if you're standing. So that's what you're looking at with this platform right here. That's about what you're going to have as far as toe room. And you can move around pretty easily with this platform when you are in the tree. Makes it real nice. And of course, once you're up in your tree, you take your straps here and you lock them in, and you just grab a hold of this one and give it a cinch down. You cinch it down, that holds everything tight so nothing can move while you're on the tree. Then of course, now you can, if you wanted to when you're in a tree, you can, not that it's recommended, you could disconnect this, slide this around the back of the tree, you know, so you have it out of the way. Then you can do what you want on the whole platform and then move it back, of course, here like this. And I tie some of these loops on to the tree stand seat so I can hook a backpack or any other things I want to hook on to have hanging from my tree. Now this one is an older model, and it does have this piece here that they say is for holding your bow, but with the new large cam bows, that doesn't work, so you kind of got to put something else on. I use a screw-in arm on the tree as far as that goes. Now what I'll do is just go through putting this thing back down. You just got to loosen your knobs. Slide that back down. You tighten your knobs up like that. I know you can't see my head in this video, but now what you want to do, fold this, you push this back, fold it back over like that. Then there are two little Allen head screws here, and what they do is they fit. There's a groove right here in the stand. They fit right in there. Just like that, so you know you're in. Then you take your two straps that hold the seat and the platform together when you're in the tree. Just give them a cinch. Grab this. Give it in. Give it a cinch. Then you take your bungee cord. You hook it on. You can go up top here, kind of wherever you want, onto two of these, and there you go. You're ready to go. This stand, I love this stand. I use this. I've had this for 4 years. I didn't want to spend the money on one for a long time. I mean, I've been archery hunting for I'm 46 years old. I've been in archery hunting since I could archery hunt in PA at 12 years old. Use a lot of climbers, just never wanted to spend the money on the Lone Wolf, but if you're a running gun type hunter, you do a lot of walking and get into your tree stand. This thing is great. I use this on the state lands up north here in PA, and it's great for on your back. What I'll do is I hook my backpack. I will take my backpack and actually hook it to the tree stand on the back and carry everything in that way. And I like this stand too because I do a lot of hunting. We use the dual sport motorcycles, do a lot of hunting. This is a nice light stand. It goes on our back. We have the bows on a rack on the back of the bike, and it makes it real easy getting it out. And but I love this stand. I mean, I've done all day sits with it. I don't have any issues with all day sits. If you're somebody that likes to be extremely comfortable, you'd probably want to get the sit and climb. If you want something to lean back on, I stand in my tree stand 90% of the time. So sitting, I sit down if I'm gonna maybe have a snack or a cup of coffee out of my backpack. Other than that, I'm standing all the time. But this stand, I've owned this one for 4 years. I bought it off a good friend. He probably had it for 4 years prior to that. But there's no issues with it. Everything's still working well, no cracks in the belt. But I mean, I think this one is somewhere around 17 pounds. The Alpha Climber is probably around 14, but when you get it on your back, you really don't even notice it's there. And I mean, I love it. I use it all the time. I've killed deer out of it. It's quiet. This thing, you put it on the tree, there's no dings, there's no creaks. It goes right up the tree. The only time you might have a little bit of trouble is if you get on a real shag bark tree, shag bark, hickory, something with rough bark, like an oak, maybe a white oak with rough bark, you will have a little bit of tough time because these will want to catch. These are so soft, they will catch in the bark and start to bend down if you're trying to climb, and sometimes that can cause a problem. That's the only issue I had now, and this doesn't accommodate. I'm not sure in the website what they tell you as far as how big of a tree this will accommodate, but you do have to watch. You can't get on a tree, I'd say 10 inches. I don't even know if I could put this, there's a few trees that maybe had a 12-inch diameter that I put it on, but it's a little tough to climb with it. Usually 8 to 10 inch range diameter tree, that is kind of what I stick with whenever I'm using this. And what I'll show you too here real quick is I want to show you kind of, if we didn't just have a winter storm outside and it wasn't dark, I would actually show this and put this on something for you, but I want to show you kind of where I put my hands when I'm using this seat climber here. Now this seat climber, when I use it, I have my hands here and I turn my elbows in. This kind of looks goofy, but I don't keep them out here when I'm trying to climb and just on this bar. I put my elbows in, push down, and you look like you're kind of straining yourself, but believe me, it is so much easier to climb when you have your elbows in on this. You go right up the tree real quick and come down. Like I said, you want to watch any trees that have a tough bark on them or a rough bark, because it will give you trouble. I mean, these will catch and grab, and you will have a heck of a time going up. I mean, I went up some trees where I felt like I did 1,000 sit-ups just to get up that tree, but I probably shouldn't have went up in the first place, but they were the tree that I needed to be in for the situation that I was hunting. So there you go. I mean, if you're thinking about one of these, you can't go wrong. I mean, for 4 inches wide, throwing your backpack on, I mean, even when you put them on a four-wheeler or throw them in the back of your truck, I mean, you got 4 inches. I mean, they store easily. I mean, I love them. I'll be using one of these Lone Wolves as long as I can tell you that for sure. I mean, up in the woods here where we hunt around the house, we got ladder stands. I have sticks and hang-ons up, and I still use this a great deal when I'm going up hunting. So there you go. If you have any questions, put them down below. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll get with you here hopefully we can start getting outside. Once the snow melts, we'll get on the bike and take some rides on the dual sport and do a little ride on the bikes and get out on the four-wheelers and the side-by-sides and even do a little fishing. So we'll see you on the next vid. Everybody take care. Remember, get outside.